It's time for Portland Wrestling 2000s. Now, here he is, your number one host, Frank Culbertson.
Hey, wrestling fans, it's Frank Culbertson. Thanks for joining me again here on the Portland Wrestling 2000s YouTube channel. And be sure to give us a follow and a like so you don't miss a single moment of great Portland wrestling action. And a great action we have for you tonight. It's going to be a singles matchup between old school Oliver John versus Tito Akino. Now, I didn't know a lot about Tito, and he was trained by Mike Modest in Pro Wrestling Iron with a really solid background. I understand Vinny Massaro had a hand in training him as well. And Oliver John, well, this man is an absolute beast in the ring. You will find a better wrestler than old school Oliver John in Portland wrestling. And so this match was filmed at the Gresham Armory. I want to give you a quick update of why it looks so different. The military had called us about a week and a half before we went to our TV taping to say that the military was coming back from working on Hurricane Katrina, and we couldn't use the facility. So we had to scramble. We had to find television lights that we could use because at the Portland Armory that we were using, our lights were secured in the ceiling because I'd got them from the WB and bought them there and had secured them up so that they could always be used. We had the ring in a new location. We had daytime windows coming into play. It was a real hassle, but we got it done. All the guys were professional and worked really, really hard. So I think you're going to enjoy this matchup. It's really solid wrestling. If you like wrestling, you're going to like this one. As we say, it's wrestling the way it should be.
This match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first at 225 pounds from Sacramento, Oliver John. His opponent at 205 pounds from Amarillo, Texas, Tito Akino.
Wrestling fans, welcome back. This is going to be a terrific night of action here on Portland Wrestling. Coming to the ring right now, Tito Akino making his debut in Portland Wrestling. He comes in from Amarillo, Texas with a tremendous reputation as a great mat wrestler, and he is in against one of the very best in mat wrestling, in submission wrestling, in whatever type of wrestling. That is old school Oliver John. I am joined by Derek of Z100 from the Buckhead Show. Derek, great to have you here tonight.
Thanks, Frank. It's great to be out here. He's got one hell of a challenge right now. He's going against the #1 contender for the Pacific Northwest heavyweight title.
Absolutely. That matchup in 3 weeks against the current Pacific Northwest heavyweight champion, Skag Rollins, who by hook or crook, the grappler, took the title from Dr. Luther. We'll be talking about Dr. Luther and some of the problems he's since encountered.
Luther has not been himself. Not that he's a normal guy in general, but he's talking to his hand a lot more lately.
He is, and as we understand, Dr. Luther actually not in the building this evening. He is undergoing some therapy or some sort of psychiatric treatment. Now, there's an armbar submission right now. You can see that's why you have to be on your toes against old school Oliver John. Tito Akino trying to find a way to break it. Oliver John not able to pull quite enough on the elbow and get off. Great counter into a headlock down on the mat.
Well, not many people know that Oliver John actually trained in the Lion's Den with Ken Shamrock, so he's well versed in the whole shoot fighting aspect with the arm bars, the leg locks, the choke outs. Oliver John can do it all in that ring.
Absolutely. Tito Akino, as we mentioned, coming in with a great reputation. That's where wrestlers from all over the United States, all over Canada, Europe, Mexico, sending in their tapes to the board of directors wanting to come in, get their shot at Portland Wrestling. Old school Oliver John, the board of directors looked at the tape and said, this guy, we need to bring him in. Tito Akino trying to get his mark.
Well, he's definitely been impressive in his past few matches. He beat Scotty Mack a couple weeks ago to become the #1 contender. Right now, he's got Tito in the headlock, or actually in a leg scissors, but Tito just slipped out and he's got him in the front face lock now. Definitely some great mat wrestling between Tito and old school Oliver John.
Absolutely. The old school Oliver John, we know we've seen him in some classic battles, wrestling battles. We've also seen him able to throw down with the very best of them. If a guy wants to throw the rule book out, like Skag Rollins, old school is a guy to be in the ring with him.
Well, Oliver John's going to have to be at his best if he wants to beat Skag for that Pacific Northwest heavyweight title.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned earlier tonight, fans, the Blanchards do have the Pacific Northwest Tag Team Champions. The board of directors clearly heard on the audio tape that Scotty Mack said, we don't have to wait, we'll defend these right now. Aaron Idle came from the dressing room. 1, 2, 3, the Blanchards had the titles. The third time for Jeremy, twice for Bubba. Great victory for them, for their fans here in Portland Wrestling.
Well, Scotty Mack and Aaron Idle have been running their mouth for the past few months here, and once again, they've opened their big mouth, and they got it shut by the Blanchards.
It's Scotty Mack and Aaron Idle, new attitude, have taken that new attitude back to Canada right now. They have sent in another list of demands from the board of directors. One, they want the titles put right back around their waist. The board of directors not giving in. We'll see how that plays out in the weeks here on Portland Wrestling. Oliver John in the ring, really taking Tito Akino to school, new school, if you will.
Yeah, he's got that headlock nice and tight. If you look at Tito's face, it's starting to turn a reddish hue, maybe purple in about a minute or so if Oliver John can hold on to that headlock.
That's right. Next TV taping, November 12th, back at Cleveland National Guard Armory. As you can see tonight, we are at the Gresham Armory as the military department, with soldiers coming back from New Orleans from fighting Hurricane Katrina for the cleanup. They needed the building. Fans, we're back here at Gresham Armory. Next time, though, back at Cleveland National Guard Armory for our 2-year anniversary extravaganza. Speaking of extravaganza, how about Screamland, Derek?
Oh, Screamland is unbelievable this year. It's 4 different haunted houses, and probably the scariest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I would definitely not bring any kids that are underneath the age of 12 because they'll be having nightmares for the next month.
Well, you're not bringing this old man to Screamland either. I will be too scared to go. But right now in the ring, Tito Akino with a great arm drag takedown. But Oliver John counters. I almost pulled the arm out of the socket. Now it drops right on top of the head. Tito Akino going outside. He's got to think, regroup a little bit, if you will.
Well, these two guys, I mean, such different styles. Tito had more of a Japanese armbar, but Oliver John came back with the good old USA standard arm drag right there. So, I mean, it's a nice matchup between the two. It's a great one-on-one wrestling match.
Absolutely, and in your main event of the evening tonight, a great matchup. Maybe not scientific, I guarantee not scientific. It is going to be Damon Scythe of Team Hell versus Dante of the AOD.
That will probably be one of the insane matches ever here in Portland Wrestling. Dante, the huge high flyer, Damon with those awesome kicks, and you got to watch out for the grappler and the snake.
Absolutely. Now, referee Albert McClure with the 2 count. Referee Albert McClure, third man in the ring. Mark Watson also be in action tonight as a referee. Terrific referees here in Portland Wrestling, Derek.
Oh, yes. The referees are so great, and I mean, it's pretty much a thankless job. Those guys are in there every single match, and they tend to get knocked around with the way the guys around here act here at Portland.
Oh, my goodness. Oliver John with a big elbow springboard off the top rope right on Tito Akino. That should have finished him off. There's a pin. There's one. There's two.
It's a kick out. I can't believe Tito was able to kick out. It just shows that tremendous heart that Tito has, and a reason why he has come here to Portland Wrestling.
Absolutely. Now he's firing away with arms forth, and now a double chop and a boot to the midsection. Tito Akino off a big knee right to the chin of Oliver John. Fisherman's suplex. That's a pinhold. There's one. He's bridging two. Almost a 3 count. Oliver John could have lost his #1 contendership right there.
That knee was unbelievable. Right to the temple of Oliver John. That was kind of the Japanese strong style, straight to the temple, and then to finish it off with that fisherman's suplex, almost got the bridge and the pin.
Absolutely. Oliver John interrupts another big elbow. And Tito Akino, I'm sure he is knew Oliver John's reputation coming in here, but I'm not sure he knows what he was in for in the ring, taking some tremendous beatings back and forth in this great matchup.
Well, that was a long 2 count right there. Oliver John managed to kick out. I think what the key on this one is going to be the stamina. If you look at the two bodies, he's in good shape, but Oliver looks just that much better. You know that man spends hours and hours in the gym every single day.
Referee Albert McClure with 2.5. It looks like Oliver John had things going his way early in this matchup, but Tito Akino, I think he's got his second win, and right now seems to be in control, but it's reversed. But Oliver John catches it, flips it up. Oh! Beautiful maneuver, suplex out of...
It was kind of a lucha libre style move. I don't know what exactly he was going to go for. Maybe flip up into a bulldog, but Oliver John reversed it into that belly to back suplex.
Some sort of a face buster that he was going for. That's where Oliver John, he'll hit you from all different angles. Oliver comes to us from Southern California, which is probably where he picked up that lucha style.
Yes.
He's his student of the game, and now a big clothesline puts Tito Akino down, and another one. He hit hard off the mat right now. Tito Akino, not sure if he's in Gresham, Oregon, or Amarillo, Texas.
Yeah, definitely. Oliver John just missed the clothesline, but a huge spine buster on Tito.
2 3/8 right there. That was a great spine buster. How Tito kicked out, I have no idea.
Well, Tito just barely kicked out. It was 3 1/4 right there, and Tito just got his shoulder off the mat.
Hard chop by Oliver John.
You can see Tito's chest is getting a little bit pink there, where it's starting to get a little raw from those chops from Oliver John.
Absolutely. Speaking of big hits, Z100, Portland's #1 hit music station, where you can hear Derek every morning.
5 to 10. Sorry, I was distracted by that huge power bomb from Oliver John right on Tito.
5 to 10. It's a great way to start your morning. Great music, great comedy, everything that you need for Portland's #1 hit music station, Z100. Now taking the big hits. Oh, a hard chop right across the back of Tito Akino.
Yeah, I was mentioning the redness in the chest. His back is just as red because Oliver John's just been chopping his entire body. Oh, it's a pickup. Ooh, sit down power bomb.
Oliver John just cannot finish him off. This is a sign of training that maybe with Skag Rollins. Can he move Skag Rollins? Pick the big man up like he's doing the smaller man tonight. Skag Rollins is going to be awful hard to pull up into a spine buster like that.
I'm actually really worried because, you know, Oliver John's finishing move is the class dismissed, which is that Death Valley driver off the second rope. But I don't know if he can actually get Skag up on that second rope and be able to execute the class dismissed. It's going to be a hell of a match in 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Absolutely. Goes for out of a belly to back suplex attempt. It's countered by Oliver John, lands on his feet. Now elbows by Akino coming off. Oliver John catches him one more time. Goes for a valley driver right in the middle of the ring. There's 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell. It is all over.
That was a modified version of the class dismissed. Normally it's off the second rope. He just executed it straight in the middle of the ring, and he got the 3 count.
Absolutely. That was a great matchup by your #1 contender, old school Oliver John, getting tremendous fan support, as you can see. He says he's going to wear the gold. Oliver John, a man who comes in preaching honor, preaching athleticism, preaching fair values. We'll see if Oliver John can carry those through to the Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Championship. Fans, we need to go to a quick timeout. We will be back with a matchup of big men, of tough men. It is going to be Sideshow versus Big Ugly of the Cartel right here on Portland Wrestling, right after a word from one of our great sponsors.
I told you that was a great match. If you like wrestling, you really like that match. And those two guys, they were selling their chops like they should be sold, really putting out a great effort in that match. Fans, be sure to tune in to Portland Wrestling 2000s for more great wrestling action coming soon. But be sure to look at this. It's One Match Wonders. It's a 4-minute podcast twice a week of wrestlers who only had one match in the Don Owen Portland Sports Arena. And there is obscurities. Those are guys that worked here a little bit longer for Don Owen, but never reached it to the top. And then coming soon is this. It's Ringside in Rose City. That's Mike Rogers and I, and we're going to be doing a longer podcast once a week talking about Don Owen and the Portland Wrestling. But thanks for joining me. Again, be sure to follow and like so you don't miss a moment of great Portland wrestling action. It's wrestling the way it should be.